Welcome. Happy Monday. How's everybody doing? Good things are coming. I wore this today. I meant to wear this for the Pluto on Friday. Pluto and Aquarius. But good things are coming. Good things are here. More good things are coming. Who's here today? Jackie says, greetings, lovely. Good morning, Joy. Hello, Stacy. Good morning, Nicole and Lori. Hello, Teresa. Happy Monday, Christine. Good morning, Debbie and Jennifer. Hello, Michelle from Washington, D.C. Yes, Darla is joining us again today. So this is just our little routine in the morning. I see my husband off to work, and then I finally get peace in the house. I'm just kidding. So I make my tea, and the dogs know, all right, mom's going to go downstairs. And I invite all of them down every day, and I just see who wants to come. And the other two will come and go as I enter and leave this room. But Darla, once she's down here, she's down here. Actually, the other day we were hanging out in our basement on the other side. There's a hot rod bar on the other side of my house. There's woo-woo room and then hot rod bar. But we were hanging out over there, and the dogs came down, and Darla fell asleep on the couch. And even when we went upstairs to go to bed, she was just like, nah, I'm sleeping here. This is one of her favorite rooms. But yes, Darla is here with us today. Good morning, Violet from New York. Hi, Joe. Love it, love it. Jenny, good morning from Boise. Darla is good company. I have fur babies Kaufman and Dundee here with me. Awesome. Love the fur babies. Bring them all the time. Hi, Patty and Lori. Michelle, your 4-year-old, always asks about your dog. Here she is. I don't know how active she'll be, but she's just a nice little addition. Happy Monday, Bonnie. If this is your first time with us, my name is Jacqui Mancuso. I'm an astrologer from Northern Illinois. Today we're here to talk about Venus in Capricorn, and then we're going to pull some oracle cards after I describe the astrology to see how the universe wants us to use this energy. Good morning, Sophia. Christine's got her fur babies. Courtney, good morning, Jackie. I listened to your Aquarius playlist all day yesterday and loved it. Okay, so the Aquarius playlist, if you guys are new and you don't know what I'm talking about, every zodiac season I make a Spotify playlist of actual real radio songs that just feel like the season to me. So I sent out my Aquarius playlist to my email list on Saturday. And this, Aquarius is all over the place. Aquarius is very innovative, it's rebellious, it's hippy-dippy, it's punky, it's everywhere, it's all over the place. So I wonder if you just search my name on Spotify, if you can see all of my zodiac playlists. But yeah, the Aquarius one, it's the longest one by far. There's over 50 songs on it. I usually keep them around 30, but this one was fun. Good morning, Greg. Michelle Sam the cat loves watching these sessions with me. Love it. Michelle loves that playlist. Cool. Mary Alice. Awesome. You guys are actually utilizing what I'm creating. That's good to hear. Aquarius playlist is awesome. Christine's favorite, of course. Jackie, you need to search your name and Lakeside Living to find. I did this morning. Cool. Cool. Thank you, Jennifer. So, Becky, you can apparently search Jacqui Mancuso Lakeside Living, which is the name of my business, on Spotify, and you can find it there. I post it on Spotify, but I also, every zodiac season, I send an email update, and I send the playlist, and then I just tell you guys what else is going on in the world of Jacqui. So if you want to join my email list, you can do that. In my Insight Timer bio, in the About section, is my link tree, and you can get all my links there. But signing up for my email list is the best way to keep in contact with me. Beautiful. Your playlist is available on Spotify if you search your name. Cool. It's a fun one. There is nothing serious. There's really nothing serious about Jacqui Mancuso. Fun and games and hard work. But yeah, talking about hard work, let's talk about Venus in Capricorn. So Venus will enter Capricorn tomorrow, January 23rd, until February 16th. So we have about 3.5 weeks of Venus in Capricorn helping you pave the way to accomplish some of your long-term goals. Venus represents what we value, and Venus in Sag, she's leaving Sagittarius. Venus in Sagittarius was kind of a party girl. She valued exploration, life experience, seeing everything so that she could figure out the point of life, so to speak. But Venus in Capricorn really values the long haul, taking the time needed to accomplish our goals. Venus also represents what we attract, so you may find yourself attracting opportunities in your life that ask you to commit. X, Y, and Z is yours if you take these 5 steps along the way that may take you longer than you wanted to take. Hello, Alexis from New York City. So Mars and Mercury are already in Capricorn. Mars has been in Capricorn since January 4th, and Mercury has been in Capricorn since January 13th. Hello, Sweat. Mercury has had us thinking about the long haul just for the past 9 days, but Mercury has had us thinking about Capricorn, the long haul, perhaps planning out the steps that we need to take to achieve our long-term goals, doing all the mental work, the planning. But having Mercury in Capricorn, while Venus was still in Sag, so that's even today, Venus is still in Sagittarius today, this energy may have invoked a little bit of anxiety because you know Mercury in Capricorn, you know you have to plan, but Venus in Sag, you value your freedom right now. So I know I felt it, and I would be interested to hear if you guys have as well, where you know this is my duty. My mind is in the sign of Saturn. Like I am thinking I have to do this, this, and this. But Venus, what I value, where my harmony comes from, is in freedom and exploration. I don't want to do it right now. Don't make me sit down yet. And Mars has been in Capricorn almost all year so far. Mars has been in Capricorn since January 4th. And this energy can slow down our action. Please remind the calendar you use for planet locations. Joy, I use a handful of places to know where the planets are. I'm all over the place. I use... There is an astrology calendar on astrologyanswers.com. Astrologyanswers.com. And under the, I'm typing in the chat, under the astrology tab, there's an astrology calendar. And then I also use, let me just double check. Yes, Cafe Astrology. Cafe Astrology.com. And that is called 2024 Planetary Overview. You're welcome. The planetary overview on Cafe Astrology is huge. There's a lot of information there. And then as I make these daily updates, I just go to astro.com and I look up the chart of the day so I could see what's actually happening today. Let's see, Christine's feeling that exact energy. Mary Alice says there's always tomorrow. I've been feeling that so much, and I'm trying really hard not to beat myself up because I have all these grand plans and I didn't feel like acting on them at all, but like I had it in here and I know it's going to happen. Jackie had that opposition energy. Jennifer, oh boy, yes, called between pragmatic work and creative inspiration. Laid awake until 3:30 as an idea unraveled for an entire story I'm starting to write. Alexis said last week communication was so off, it was like full-blown retrograde. What happened or what was happening? That could have been the Sun and Pluto getting ready to move into Aquarius. That could have been a huge slowdown as Pluto moved through the final breath of Capricorn. And that could have been just Mars in Capricorn, right? So this has been since January 4th. when we get this new year, as humans, we've kind of been programmed to like enjoy this Gregorian calendar. Oh my gosh, it's January 1st. It's a new start. It is a new year. It's a new numerology energy. We moved from 7, 2023 into 8, 2024. You just add up the numbers. So that gave us this almost like, yes, it's go time. It's time to change. Things are moving. But then Mars in Capricorn was like, no, we're reserving our energy. We're preserving our energy. So that could have been where that duality came from. So the communication could have been, I think I'm supposed to be moving forward, and I feel like I'm supposed to be slowing down. Lori's been feeling like that. Hello, Melinda. Anxiety high today and even last night while dreaming. Feeling pressure to take more action, but my body and energy needs space. The struggle. We'll talk about that. We're all feeling it. Violet, love it. Inspired to write a poem on Friday, something I haven't done since I was 16, and it just flowed. That's awesome. So we have big Capricorn energy in the sky right now. Big Capricorn energy. Mercury, Mars, Venus in Capricorn. Coupled with the Sun and Pluto, who both just entered Aquarius this past Saturday on January 20th. So, all this Capricorn energy is focusing us on long-term goals. So this long-term goal that you might be feeling the need to work on, feeling drawn to work on, specifically for the next 3.5 weeks, while we still have Mars and Venus in Capricorn, this goal might be linked to Aquarius energies, now that the Sun and Pluto are in Aquarius. And a friend of mine already reached out one day into this new energy of Pluto and the Sun in Capricorn, saying that the outcast energy is real. So if you've been feeling like an outcast, Aquarius is the quirk. Aquarius is the rebel, the maverick. And it can feel isolating to be so different, but confusing when you don't fit in because of how authentic you're being. This beginning of Aquarius energy can really reveal where we've been making ourselves a round peg when we're really a square. And honestly, when I wrote that out and I was like, oh, but square means nerd. And like, you know what? Aquarius can be the nerd. Aquarius is so ahead of their time. They're just painted as the outcast, painted as weird, painted as wrong because the others don't get it yet. And they don't want to admit that Aquarius is ahead of their time. Now, I'm not saying if you were born when the sun was in Aquarius, this is always you and this is only you. Aquarius energy is within all of us. So I'm just going to go off on a quick little side note. When you look at your astrology chart, it's a circle and all 12 zodiac signs are there. So if you look for where the Aquarius squiggles are, the Aquarius glyph is the one that looks like two little energy lines. The house that is encompassed by Aquarius, or houses that are encompassed by Aquarius, that could be the area of your life where you're constantly an outcast, where you are way too ahead of your time and other people can't catch up yet. However, this heavy Capricorn energy is here to support you to create a new structure that's aligned with your authenticity. I myself am creating a new structure. I made a brief announcement in my most recent email update this weekend, and I'm just going to describe it real quick right here. Starting in Aries season, so mid-March, I'm stepping away from a lot of my one-on-one client work, and I'm going to focus my energy more on course creation. So this came from reflecting on my authenticity. I found that I really enjoy my solitude, and I have Saturn moving through my 12th house right now. Just kidding, no I don't. But that's where my biggest insights come from, is my solitude. And as uncomfortable as it is for me to step away from this work that has served me for a few years, It's time for me to expand, and I trust that the universe will show me my path. So starting in Aries season, I'll be available for you guys in 4 ways. I'll still be here on Insight Timer. I'll be creating even more courses and workshops that will be on Insight Timer and also on my Patreon page. I'm starting a new Patreon group starting in March, Embody Astrology Lunar Events, which will be a group Zoom call going into a deep dive on each new moon and each full moon, deeper than we go here on Insight Timer. And I'm going to be pulling up 1 to 2 case studies per call. So for each new moon and each full moon of this upcoming zodiac year, I'm going to highlight 1 to 2 of your zodiac charts to see how these lunar energies are impacting you personally. So even if you are not the one whose chart is selected each day, you'll still be able to observe these chart readings in real time, with my intention being that you can watch how I link the current astrology to an astrology chart so that you can learn how to pull the energies into your own chart. So it's just a little bit deeper than what we do here on Insight Timer. Information about that will come. So Insight Timer lives, Insight Timer courses and Patreon courses, Embody Astrology Lunar Events Patreon group, and then I'm also going to be taking on a handful of coaching clients who commit to 3 months. So more information about all of that will be coming. If you want to sign up for my email newsletters, that's where you can get information on how my work is changing moving forward. But this is very in alignment with this Aquarius energy, Sun and Pluto in Aquarius. What is your authenticity? What makes you different? And we have Venus, Mars, and Mercury in Capricorn. How are you going to make it happen? How are you going to restructure? So Melinda's been feeling the same way, wanting to step away from things that are not serving my energy. Such a hard decision, but so exciting at the same time. I have done this a handful of times, and it's scariest at first, but once you do make that decision and you allow the universe to prove that you should trust it, I guess that's the best way to say it, it gets easier every time. I noticed myself having similar feelings as I did when I was teaching, when I knew it was time to step away from teaching. That was the scariest thing I've ever done, but that was almost a year ago. I stepped away from my part-time online teaching gig in April last year, and it's just been great. So allow the universe to show up for you. That will build your trust in the universe. Thank you, Sophia. Happy for you and your students. Loving that. I would like to fast with the new and full moon, and would be amazing to dive deep with you on those days. Beautiful, beautiful. Rima 8 is balance, so it started balancing off that let's go mode. Oh, that's, if you gotta find balance, you could do half let's go and half let's sit the F down. Greg, I've been feeling the pull forward and the freedom of the moment, just been flowing with it all. That's the best. I kind of like ragdoll to the universe sometimes. I'm not in control. I'm co-creating with the universe, right? All these planetary energies are available for us. We get to choose how to use them. We can't change the energies. They're there. All right, where do you want to take me? Sophia, remember that super long study program? New winds are coming in, clear hints to do things my way and trust my skills to move forward. Awesome, awesome. Happy to be here, Tiffany. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right, guys, let's go to the cards. The first, I have 2 decks, 2 different questions, all group readings. Quick side note, I did that peroxide trick. I put 1 part peroxide in 4 parts of water, and I watered all my plants in here on Saturday, and there's only been 1 gnat so far today. So knock on wood, I feel like that was like an instant transformation. So that's crazy. I'll let you guys know if my plants die. I'm just kidding. I did some extra research, and I guess peroxide, a little bit of peroxide in your soil can help aerate. I thought you were going to say peroxide about your hair. No, I asked for advice about gnats on Friday because I was so fed up. I've had so many gnats down here from my plants. But anyway, the first deck we're going to use is Work Your Light. And we're asking, how is Venus in Capricorn affecting our values? Venus represents our values. Moving into Capricorn here for the long haul. The responsibility, sticking with it. So feel free to send your energy into these cards. And we're asking, how is Venus in Capricorn affecting our values? If this is your first time, know that I always do group readings, but they're always super aligned. So as I shuffle, know that I'm intending for 3 cards to fall out for all of us. And sometimes they fall really far. 3 cards will come out of the deck for us, and then I'm going to show you the backs of the cards when we have all 3 of them, one at a time. And I ask you to hop into your intuitive notions. So whether that's claircognizance, like Jacqui, you already know a number between 1 and 3. Whether that is clairaudience, if I hold up a card and you hear something, or you have a ringing in your ear, or your ear pops, or something in your ears, that could be clairaudience. If I hold up a card and you smell something, what's that one even called? What is it called when you have intuition through your scent? It's not clairsentience, because that's when you feel stuff. If you feel a tingle or a twitch somewhere on your body, that could be your clairsentience, right? Clairolfactory. I don't know. Maybe. You know, I bet if you have that sense, I don't. It's not that strong. We all have all the senses. Let me clarify that. We all have access to all of these different clairs. If it's strong for you, I would imagine that you're very closely linked to canine energy. That just makes sense. Thank you, Violet. Clairolfactance. Or clairsalience. Clairsalience. Predictive sniffing. All right, multi-names. Yeah, if you smell stuff, like you used to smell your grandpa's cigars, you know he's around, you know? That's a clair sense. But anyway, if I hold up a card and something changes in you, in your awareness, something, that could be that the universe is saying, hey, that card has an extra strong message for you. The whole reading is for all of us. So if you don't feel any changes, that tells me that all these cards hold the same importance. Okay, you're going to see the same image 3 times because I'm showing you the back of the card deck, just like playing cards. How is Venus in Capricorn affecting our values? I'll show you the backs. Let us know in the chat which cards are resonating with you. Here's the back of card number 1. The back of card number 2. And the back of card number 3. Let us know in the chat, and I will show them one more time. The back of card number 1. The back of card number 2. And the back of card number 3. Yes, Sophia, this is a Rebecca Campbell deck. Alrighty, and just like on Friday, there was a glitch in my system and it stopped recording. Conveniently right after I showed you guys the cards. So card number 1, 2, or 3, how is Venus in Capricorn affecting our values? And away we go. How is Venus in Capricorn affecting our values? Card number 1, you're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. Do not question things so much. You are on the right track. You are facing the right way. Stop overthinking it. It's happening. And you are closer than you think. You are exactly where you need to be, and things are moving at the perfect speed. Do not rush it. Now is not the time to be impatient. Now is the time to walk steady. There is no rush. What you are building is being built. What you have planted will soon blossom. With every new day, a new brick is being laid. You have come a long way. The foundations are steady. Now all that is needed from you is for you to trust and keep walking forward. If a thought that things should be moving faster enters your head, that is just your ego comparing your rising to someone else's. Comparison is not your friend. Stay in your lane, water your own garden, knowing that your time to bloom will come soon. Venus in Capricorn wants you to value all the work that you've already been doing. There's nothing else that you need to add to your list. It's time to utilize your skills, utilize your resources, because you've already been working towards whatever it is that you want. Card number 2, how is Venus in Capricorn affecting our values? This brings us the ever unfolding rose. Cracked open, it's happening for you, not to you. The challenge of life is to keep your heart open when you most want to close it, to let life crack you open, to open through hurt and loss, to allow what is falling away to fall away. Being human is a courageous act. A life well lived is full of losses and tragedies, as much as triumphs and adventures. Wherever you find yourself at the moment, life is coaxing you to keep your heart open, no matter how much it hurts, to continually unfold, to let life crack you open. Perhaps you are going through a difficult time right now. Instead of cursing the difficulty, see it as a blessing. To open yourself up to the truth that perhaps as hard as it may be, life is happening for you, not to you. And one day, in the not too distant future, you may just bless the thing that broke you down, cracked you open, because the world needs you open. Now is the time to go gently, to treat yourself like a tender, sweet baby, to wrap yourself in a blanket and trust that the mother has you cradled in her arms. The seas may not all be smooth sailing, but you are safe and you are held. One day, not too far from today, you will look back at the transformation and be blown away by the poetry of life. Everything is going to be okay. Venus in Capricorn is helping you value the hardships and setbacks that are necessary for you to continue down this long path. And card number 3, the final card from this deck, from this question, how is Venus in Capricorn affecting our values? Card 3 brings us to Imrama, asking, where are you being called to journey to? The Celtic word Imrama means a journey of the soul, a voyage on which we don't know where we're going, but our soul knows the way. If you pulled this card, you are either being called on a soul journey or you already are on one. It could be to a physical ancient place or metaphoric. When we journey to places that our soul remembers, a shift takes place, both within us and to the planet as well. You are being called to journey to a place that is sacred to your soul. Perhaps it is to journey to the world's sacred sites, or called to cross the country, climb a mountain, lie on the desert floor, or drink from an ancient well. There are places to see and old friends to meet. I see spontaneous pilgrimages in your future. If a physical voyage isn't possible, journey through the portal of your heart. Follow the invisible soul trail and be willing to explore. Maybe read a book or watch a movie about a sacred time or place. Or perhaps you are being called to study an ancient lineage or body of work. Whatever your circumstances, your soul is ready to journey deep. Venus in Capricorn still wants you to value what you found as you journeyed through Sagittarius. And it might not be time to completely close this journey. It might be time to step into a new train of thought, a new train of thought, a new body of work. A lot of people on Insight Timer today were talking about how they were called to either read a book about Rumi or read the autobiography of a yogi. If there's a time in history that you are being called towards right now, Venus in Capricorn is going to help you value what you find in that journey. Just go for it. Just read it. It'll help you in the long term. There might be something in that ancient time that you need to unlock in order for you to move forward in this future. So that was from the first question, the first deck. That all came from Work Your Light. Rebecca Campbell, Work Your Light. And now the second question was from the Moonology Oracle deck. And this question is asking advice from Pluto in Aquarius regarding where we feel like an outcast. Pluto just moved into Aquarius on Saturday. It can bring up a lot of feelings within us about where we feel different, where we feel like we don't fit in. So I asked Pluto, you're in Aquarius, how do you want us to act when we feel like an outcast? And his message for us was meditate and contemplate. This brings the energy of the new moon in Pisces. This card speaks of dreams and romance, of soulmates and poetry. It suggests that there's a new start coming your way that's connected to a matter that leaves you feeling somewhere between having your head in the clouds and being in a totally altered state. There could be confusion and disappointment if that's what you've had before and that's what you're expecting. However, if you're onto a good thing, then wish hard, because the words of your soul and your heart could help bring about the manifestation of your dreams. If all that sounds a little wet and watery, then that's Pisces for you. This is the last sign of the zodiac, and the new moon in Pisces card can suggest a last-ditch chance to make your dreams come true. Use your feelings to guide your way. Logic will not work right now. Face your fears, they may be holding you back. This situation is being healed. It's time to surrender to the divine. Avoid being deceptive or willingly deceived. Pisces is the sign of reveries and mysteries, or depths of emotion, idealism, and hopeless romantics. It is the sign of water and the unconscious. Its energy is deep, like the watery depths. The new moon in Pisces indicates a time to listen to your feelings and to allow your emotions free rein. Whatever you're feeling as you pull this card is more likely than the truth, unless you've been kidding yourself somehow. And only you know if that's the case or not. So Aquarius energy, again, makes us feel like an outcast. Pluto in Aquarius wants you to feel into those feelings, sit with them, meditate with them, and allow your feelings to guide you down the path that's meant for you. I hope that video was just as insightful for you as it was for all of us. Darla and I really appreciate you being here with me. Thank you for liking this video, sharing it with a friend who you think would benefit, and subscribing to my YouTube channel. Also, drop a comment and let us know what you got from this video. What was your biggest insight or takeaway? If you want to see what else I'm working on, click on my link tree. It's right underneath this YouTube video. We'll see you next time. Take care.